Now, I got one for you. If you've ever driven the Blue Ridge Parkway, you've probably seen Devil's Courthouse, big old rock mountain. Looks mean enough all by itself. Now here's where it gets interesting. Old mountain folks used to swear the devil held court inside that mountain. Said there were caves running deep underneath where lost souls were judged. Now, I don't know about all that, but I can tell you this. I've stood there on a foggy evening, and that place will make the hair stand up on your neck. You start hearing the wind and your imagination does the rest. Whether it's true or just another old mountain tale, it's one story you won't forget. And that's exactly what inspired
Call that rock
Devil's Courthouse.
Devil's Courthouse. Old folks said there were rooms under it, and something in there that could make a man answer straight. Then why'd you bring us up here? You were the one who said you weren't scared. At the Devil's Courthouse, mind what you're carrying. That mountain don't need a story, it already knows where you've been. At the Devil's Courthouse, you can joke on the way, but if that rock starts asking questions, watch what you say. We pulled off the parkway with 5 coffees and no good reason. Jamie had been talking big since somewhere outside of Brevard at the Overlook. He kept checking the clouds like one might ask for identification. That fog was acting strange, fog was being fog. Trey leaned on the rail, Cody read the marker. Dale kept looking at the rock face like he recognized somebody. Then an older man walked past us in a green work coat, mud dry to one leg, hands in his pockets. He looked at Jamie first, said, "You boys here to see the view, or did one of you come to answer for something?" Nobody laughed right away. Then we heard it, 3 door knocks from somewhere under the stone. Not loud, just close enough to make all 5 of us stop talking. At the Devil's Courthouse, mind what you're carrying. That mountain don't need your story, it already knows where you've been. At the Devil's Courthouse, you can joke on the way, but if that rock starts asking questions, watch what you say. Dale said his granddaddy knew a deputy named Raymond Wade. He said Ray last time. Raymond, if you're telling it right. Raymond went up that ridge after a man wanted for killing somebody over a card game and $40. He found the man's hat by the rocks, a revolver laid in the open, and 2 sets of boot prints turning away from the edge. No blood, no slide marks, no trail leading out. Then voices came through the mountain. One voice asked questions, the other 2 kept changing their answers. To the fugitive and the deputy, the mountain wasn't interested in which one wore the badge. Raymond came down before daylight, the man he chased followed behind him, hair white around both ears, hands shaking too hard to hide. Neither man filed anything. Raymond resigned by Friday and never drove that part of the parkway again. Think about that. 2 men went up there, certain they knew who was guilty. One had a badge in his pocket, one had somebody's blood on his hands. Both had things they had left out when they told their side. Inside that mountain, there was nowhere to look except straight at what they had done. Raymond heard the door, he kicked before the warrant came. He heard the evidence, money that never reached the locker. He heard a woman crying while he wrote no injury on the page. The other man heard his own list. Nobody knows what spoke from the rock. Maybe there was no bench, no chains, nothing waiting in a chamber. Maybe the mountain just took away every excuse they had practiced and left them with the truth in their own voice. They both walked back down. That does not mean either one left free. So you believe there's a courtroom in there? I believe 2 men came down different. That wasn't the question. It's the only answer he's given you, and you ain't going in there to check. Wasn't planning on it. You asked us to stop. I wanted the view. At the Devil's Courthouse, mind what you're carrying. That mountain don't need your story, it already knows where you've been. that is not how long it was. Long enough for us to know. Ready to go? I was ready 10 minutes ago. You were taking pictures. I can be scared, and still take a picture.
Can I tell you my favorite thing about these mountains? It's early morning. Before the sun ever reaches the valleys, the fog starts rolling through the ridges. Slow, quiet. Almost like the mountains themselves are breathing. I've stood there more than once and forgotten to say a single word. You don't just see it, you feel it. That's the moment that inspired our song. Where the mountains breathe. Where the mountains breathe. The blue smoke rises slow.
Granddad watched the ridgeline from a porch above the creek. Said the fog was never empty, though it never learned to speak. It settled through the hemlocks, softened every scar and road, covered cabins in the holler, then climbed where the cold wind blows. He never called it magic, never claimed to know the source, just said some land keeps breathing long after people lose their course. Where the mountains breathe, the blue smoke rolls through the laurel over stones. Where the mountains breathe, the old ridges hide what needs protecting on the other side. No man owns what the high ground knows. Where the mountains breathe, the blue smoke grows. Mama said the morning mist could turn a hunter toward home, keep a stranger from a hollow he had no right walking on. Sometimes it covered footsteps, sometimes it showed the way, sometimes it held the sunlight till the danger moved away. There were stories at the table nobody tried to make complete. A warning carried gently still puts weight beneath your feet. We were taught to leave some questions where the creek and ridgeline meet. Not every truth needs proving, not every path needs feet. Where the mountains breathe, the blue smoke rolls through the laurel over stones. Where the mountains breathe, the old ridges hide what needs protecting on the other side. No man owns what the high ground knows. Where the mountains breathe, the blue smoke grows. Maybe it is water meeting cold mountain air. Maybe it is memory still moving through there. Maybe some old promise was never ours to name. I only know the smoke returns and the mountains stay the same. Where the mountains breathe, the blue smoke rolls past old fences over stones. Where the mountains breathe, the whole ridge stands like something older still guarding the land. We can watch, we can wander, we can leave it alone. Where the
comes home. Some things are sacred, because we do not claim them.
Y'all remember when we went to the Bigfoot Festival in Marion, North Carolina? That whole town was full of footprints, Bigfoot shirts, wood carvings, and grown men hollering at the mountains. And somebody said, "Jamie, show 'em your call." Well, I reached down deep and let one fly. Woo! Woo! Chance bent over laughing. Cody said I scared the food trucks. Trey told me if anything answered, I was walking home.
Downtown Marion, sun off the brick. Main street full of footprints, bigger than Jamie's truck. They got researchers, wood carving shirts, signs, and a line of folks waiting to call one in. I can do that. Bigfoot and Marion, whole town looking up. Some came for the story, some came for the funnel cake. Hey, Bigfoot and Marion, everybody got a sign. James says he knows the call. We're about to find out why. Yeah. The festival came together after reciting near Lake James. Folks already traded stories about tracks off logging roads. Knocks back in the timber and something moving where the tree line breaks. Next year, Marion put it downtown. Believers brought notebooks, skeptics brought cameras. Families came for the contest, the food, and something worth arguing over all the way home. Jamie came to embarrass the county. I came prepared. You brought cough drops. Exactly. Bigfoot and Marion, whole town looking up. Some came for the story, some came for the funnel cake. Bigfoot and Marion, everybody got a sign. Jamie says he knows the call. We're about to find out why. I heard 3 versions before we reached the courthouse. One man saw tracks near Nebo after rain. One woman watched something cross the road in 2 steps. Too tall for a bear, too quiet for a man. Another fellow had a picture that looked like a stump until he showed it 6 times and started convincing himself that it's Marion today. Half the street is laughing, half is comparing dates. Everybody keeps one eye on the ridge behind the buildings like the guest of honor might come in late. All right, Jamie, no joke this time. That sounded expensive, sounded like it needs water. If something answers, you are walking home. Jamie took a bow like he had done something useful. Then a kid by the vendor tents hit one twice as loud, and Jamie blamed the microphone. Researchers kept talking about Wood Knox house tracks and reports along the Blue Ridge. We kept moving, trying hot sauce, buying shirts, and arguing over who would freeze first if something stepped out. Jamie? Absolutely not. He'd drop wedges over a voice in the woods. Different song. Same Jamie! Bigfoot and Marion, whole town looking up. Some came for the story, some came for the funnel cake. Bigfoot and Marion, calling down the line. Jamie threw one toward the mountain, and every dog in town answered at the same time. That was not Bigfoot. The hell you say? One of them had a collar, could be undercover.
All right, I got a question for you. Have you ever stood on Brown Mountain and watched lights that nobody can explain? I'm serious. People have been chasing those lights for well over 100 years. Hunters, scientists, tourists, even folks who've lived here their whole lives. Some swear they're spirits. Some say it's just nature playing tricks. Me? I don't know. But I can tell you this. Once you see them, you'll never forget it. That's exactly why we wrote The Lights Want You. Go listen and tell me what you think.
Past midnight, above Morganton, folks pull off and watch that ridge. One light rises, another holds, then both move like they saw you first. The lights want you, looking past the road. One burns white, one turns gold. The lights want you, waiting in the dark. Call it fog, call it headlights, they still come back to Brown Mountain. Granddaddy said folks watched them before cars ran Highway 18E1. Little fires below the ridge, sometimes one, sometimes three. They would bright and hang there, then go out before anybody reached the slope. In 1913, the government sent a man to study what people kept seeing. He blamed the trains. Years later, another serving named headlights, brush fires and fog in the valley. That explains some ain't all. That is why the story stayed. Every answer covered part of it. Some still move where the answer stop. The lights want you, looking past the road. One burns white, one turns gold. The lights want you, waiting in the dark. Call it fog, call it headlights, they still come back to Brown Mountain. Some say every light belong to somebody searching. Women crossed the ridge with lanterns, looking for men who never came home. A worker went back for the partner he lost. Families walked the same ground till the story outlived the hands carrying it. Maybe grief stayed there, maybe folks gave it a shape. What I know is simple. People stop at the overlook, kill the headlights and quit talking. Then something lives below the ridge. Not fast, not near, just enough to pull everybody toward the glass. You ever see them? Once. You never said that. I still don't know what I saw. One light crossed low, stopped over the trees and split in two. They'll check the road, trade, watch the tracks. No train, no car turning. Both lights went dark at the same time. Maybe the survey was right. Cold air, low fog, a headlight bending across the valley. That makes sense still. Jamie quit joking, Cody held the door handle. Dale checked the clock twice in 1 minute. Then Trey said, "Do not flash your lights." Nobody asked why. We sat there until the ridge went black. The lights want you, looking past the road. One burns white, one turns gold. The lights want you, waiting in the dark. Call it fog, call it headlights, they still come back to Brown Mountain. Once you see them, you keep looking. You think they wanted us? No. And why'd they stop? That is why I have not been back.
All right, now this one. Every family around here has their own version of. They call them Haints. Some folks swear they've seen them. Some say it's just fog. An old story's getting passed around, but let me ask you this. If you were walking through one of these mountain hollers and your dog suddenly tucked his tail, would you keep walking? Yeah, me neither. And don't even get me started on those old folks. They'll tell you to leave the porch light on. Keep salt by the door, and whatever you do, don't go chasing something calling your name from the woods. Believe it or don't. I'm just telling you what we grew up hearing. That's exactly where Haints in the Valley came from.
Every valley's got a name. Folks quit saying after dark. Every porch has one old story. Nobody laughs at twice. Salt by the door, blue paint under the eaves. Somebody always swears they don't believe any of it. Haints in the valley, moving where the fog lies low. Mojo in a jar, something tied beneath the floor. Call it hoodoo, call it bad luck, call it what you please. When the dogs quit barking, don't follow through the trees. And don't follow through the trees. Grandma kept a broom laid sideways by the door. Said an unwanted spirit would stop and count the straw. Uncle Lee laughed as something knocked 3 times under his window with nobody in the yard. They blame Roos, blame powder, blame the woman up the road. Said she carried little bundles wrapped in red thread and knew which creek would take a curse away. Maybe she helped people, maybe folks called it witchcraft because they fear what she knew. One bad harvest could turn a healer into a threat. One dead cow could make a whole family watch the tree line. Haints in the valley, moving where the fog lies low. Mojo in a jar, something tied beneath the floor. Call it hoodoo, call it bad luck, call it what you please. When the dogs quit barking, don't follow through the trees. Old folks use one word for anything they fear. Voodoo, hoodoo, mojo, hex, didn't matter whether the name fit. A bottle tree catching light could become a warning. A black feather on the step could hold a whole house still. Somebody finds hair knotted around a nail. Somebody swears the butter wouldn't turn after refusing the stranger milk. And every illness, every lost child, every sound under the flow starts collecting around one name. That is how legends grow. Not from proof, from repetition, from grief needing a reason, from guilt needing somewhere else to live still. I've seen men who feared no living person walk backward from a graveyard gate because an old woman told him never turn it back on the dead. Laugh all you want, do it in daylight. What about the woman down near Cane Creek? Which story? The jar under the porch, that wasn't a story. What was in it? Nobody opened it. Smartest decision here. There was a house. There was a house at the bottom of the valley with Haint blue paint, faded almost gray. A woman lived there alone. Folks said she made charms, read signs and candle wax, and talked to somebody who never came through the door. Truth was, she delivered babies, set broken fingers, and knew every plan from creek to ridge. When fever came, people climbed that road without saying witchcraft. When it passed, they went home and whispered again. That is the part the stories leave out. Sometimes the woman called dangerous was the only one who knew what to do. Sometimes the hate wasn't in the house. Sometimes you sat at church, shook your hand, and spread the tale. Haints in the valley, moving where the fog lies low. Mojo in a jar, something tied beneath the floor. Call it hoodoo, call it bad luck, call it what you please. When the dogs quit barking, don't follow through the trees. And don't blame every woman who knows more than you. So you believe in Haints, I believe in leaving some things alone. That wasn't the question, it was the answer.
Now there's something still makes me laugh. Y'all remember that story about Knobby down in Kaiser? That fella said he wasn't scared, said he had his walking stick. When that big hairy thing stepped out, he jabbed at it and yelled, "Get!" From that day on, that walking stick wasn't a walking stick anymore. It was his. Get stick. Only in North Carolina could a legend end up with a nickname like that. That's what inspired Knobby!
North Carolina. This one's about Knobby and the get stick. Up under Carpenter's knob, folks have been talking about him since before half of us could drive. Then one night, Tim Peeler said something 10 feet tall, came through his yard, messing with his dogs, and he stayed outside. He had a stick. That does not improve the story. He had a get stick. That was all he had. Bigfoot by the dog lot. Tim came out mad. He said, "Get away from here. Get. Knobby met a Carolina man with a get stick. The call came in around 3 dogs raising Cain by the woods. Dispatcher trying to sort it out. Tim sounded calmer than any of us would. Said he walked right by him, then turned back toward the path. Tall, pale hair man, looking face, and the smell that stayed after it passed. How bad? Bad enough he remembered it. Tim did not run inside, did not stop for a camera. He grabbed what was nearby, walked toward the thing and started talking rough. That is one way to put it. He jabbed that walking stick forward and told Knobby, "Get away from here! Get!" He had a get stick. That was all he had. Bigfoot by the dog lot. Tim came out mad. He said, "Get away from here. Get. Knobby met a Carolina man with a get stick. The name goes back far the late 70s. People around Carpenter's Knob reported something large moving through the woods north. Saw a reporter called a Knobby. The name stayed. Could've named him Carl. Nobody was asking you. Stories came and went. Tracks, hair, something crossing the road, something watching from the timber. Then Tim made the 911 call and the whole thing woke back up. Deputy came out. Did not find a Sasquatch because Tim had already run him off with equipment from the broom handle department. Let me understand this. 10 feet tall, white gray beard, standing close enough for a man to smell him. No rifle in Tim's hand, no camera ready, no backup, pulling in just one walking stick. And the kind of confidence you only get when something is bothering your dogs. Tim did not ask what it was, did not wait for proof, did not hold a town meeting. He stepped forward, jabbed the stick and handled it like something that crossed the wrong property line. Yeah, that was the warning. That was the follow-up by sunrise. Knobby had another chapter, and Casar had the only Bigfoot story where the main equipment came off the porch. You think the stick scared him? Might have been Tim. Might have had somewhere else to be. Might have respected the stick. You waited all song to say that. A good get stick deserves respect. He had a get stick. That was all he had. Bigfoot by the dog lot. Tim came out mad. He said, "Get away from here. Get. Knobby met a Carolina man with a get stick. No camera, no trap, no plan. Still got him gone. Jamie, put that branch down. I'm upgrading.
Hey, let me tell you about one of the oldest stories here in Rutherford County. It starts back in 1880. A man named Daniel Keith was found guilty of murdering a little girl. The day they hanged him, he never changed his story, not once. He looked at the crowd and kept saying, "I'm innocent." Years passed, and folks started talking about a shadow on the old jail wall. They painted over it, scrubbed it, covered it up, but people swore it always came back.
1880. A little girl was found dead. Folks wanted a name before they had the whole truth. They settled on Daniel Keith, big man, quiet when the sheriff came. Blood on a shirt by the line. He said it came from cleaning rabbits. Nobody much cared. Innocent or not, they built the rope anyway. Innocent or not, the town had made its case. Then a shadow hit the jail wall with no shadow wall to stay. Innocent or not, it never went away. Yeah, the girl had been gone since February, 8 years old. A witness said Dan was near the place, another said he had been drinking. Sheriff Walker found him sober, standing in his own yard, still saying he knew nothing about it. Then came the shirt, dark stains, rabbit blood according to Dan, murder according to everybody else. They put him in a cell against the south wall of the jail. For months, people passing on the street heard him shouting through the stone, "I killed nobody." He said the ones lying on him would answer for it someday. By then, the town had already decided what kind of man he was. And once a town decides, facts come in second. Innocent or not, they built the rope anyway. Innocent or not, the town had made its case. Then a shadow hit the jail wall with no shadow wall to stay. Innocent or not, it never went away. The trial came in November. A 16-year-old boy said he heard the child scream and saw Dan leaving. Dan stood up and said he was innocent, loud enough for people outside to hear. The prosecutor called him a beast. The jury was gone less than an hour. Guilty sentence hang by the neck. On the day they brought him out, people came from across the county. Some wanted justice, some wanted a spectacle. Some probably did not know which one they had come for. Before the rope took him, Dan said, "The soul of an innocent man don't rest." Then the trap fell. Here is the part that never sat right. A child was dead, that was true. A bloody shirt was found, that was true too. But truth is not the same thing as what people build around it. When fear gets loud and grief needs somebody close enough to blame. A boy said he saw him, a town repeated it. A prosecutor gave the anger a shake. Then 12 men came back before doubt had time to breathe. Maybe Dan killed her, maybe he did not. That is the weight of the story. Not a ghost proving innocence, not a shadow signing a confession. It is a town that cannot take the verdict back after the rope had already done its work. And when that mark showed up, dark against the south wall, every man who had sworn he was certain had to walk past it. What did it look like? A man hanging. Same size as Dan. Same size as Dan. Rope at the neck, feet off the ground. And they could not wash it off. They scrubbed that wall, they painted it over. They planted ivy and waited for years. Still people said the shape came through. Dark and daylight plain under the moon. One by one, the judge, the lawyers, the witnesses all passed on. The story says the shadows stayed until the last one was gone. Innocent or not, they built the rope anyway. Innocent or not, the town had made its case. Then a shadow held the jail wall for 59 long years. Innocent or not, some verdicts never clear.